Dieter, I want to thank you for stopping by at myresource.com and talking to us about manroland and the future. Have you had a nice conference so far?
Yeah, the conference is very interesting. If I compare it to Drupa, I have much more information on a smaller space, so it's easier for me to come around and meet valid people.
That's good. A lot of partnerships been developed recently by your company. Can we talk about some of those and what they mean for the future?
Yeah, but let's start with our recently announced renewed partnership with OCE. You know, we are working together with OCE for digital press solutions. We're doing the peripheral work like folders, data handling. It's a kind of a workflow bridge where we bring all the different elements together. And OCE is supplying the ink engine or the print engine. The way we went in that is that we develop things we know, so we know how to fold products, we know how to make a ready product. Inkjet companies, also like HP or others, don't know how to make a ready product. They know how to put color on a product, but it's not a complete thing then.
Okay. Do you see a lot of changes in newspaper publishing coming recently or in the near future?
It's regional, a little bit different, depends to the markets. Internationally, yes, we have that changes. In plenty of the newspapers in mainland Europe, you have the situation that you have a combination out of digital publishing and traditional newspaper publishing on paper. Also looking forward, I think more and more you will have an interconnection of those two systems in a kind of a cross-media approach, where you then have a connection out of the newspaper to the internet or to the digital market.
Is that a fairly smooth integration for a customer, or is that something that you people have to work on individually with each one?
So we can facilitate that with the equipment we're developing,
right.
And we're looking also always to supply complete solutions. And some customers are very professional with that. Some need more help, but we're working on that, being a facilitator for the technology as well.
Do you think, in your opinion, will offset print communications have a really solid future?
Yes, they will, but the market will have changed.
Ah, okay.
So the market will be much more fractional.
Okay.
More to the customer's demand. This wasn't required for 150 years on newspapers, so the newspapers never adapted to what the reader really wants and needs.
So you do anticipate the shorter runs, smaller runs for newspapers
Yes.
as far as what the tradition has been?
It depends a little bit where you're going. In the local newspapers, localization, I would not go to personalization, that goes a bit further, will come up more and more, and that will also give a better room for digital printing, for an example, where you're very flexible with the image.
There seems to be a lot of discussion, at least at this year's GRAPH EXPO, about all of the integration and the new products, both from a digital point of view and how it meets the large print format and how it can be integrated into the entire system. In other words, to give a processor a faster and quicker product, but with less time consumed and less manpower. Is that how you see it as well?
Yeah, you have again two fields of developing. You have the traditional offset printing, where you have a higher output, but you still need to be very quick in changeover times. This is the area where robotic goes in.
Yes.
So we have a higher degree of automation, quick changeover. For example, nowadays we can turn over a press, doesn't matter how big it is and how many plates it is, in 3 minutes.
Really?
So from last plate to starting print is 3 minutes. If it's 150, 250 or 300 plates, it doesn't matter, it's 3 minutes. In the early times, this was 2 hours when it's really...
3 hours, a half a day, yes, exactly.
But that's only valid for you if your product structure calls for it.
Certainly.
So if you have a very tiny sections, we have customers running 150 different products in a week on traditional offset. It's possible and effective possible. But if it goes further down, then the digital printing kicks in.
So that's where you come in and refining that process.
Yeah, and you need to have an open discussion with the customers and the publishers and the print house producers, that you see where is the break even for that.
Exactly. They have to make a profit.
Yeah.
Profit has to come in there.
Yes.
Well, I certainly want to thank you for taking the time out of a busy schedule
stopping by and talking with us here at myprintresource.com.
It was a pleasure.
Pleasure meeting you, sir.
It was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
for me as well.
Okay.